a single mom. My mom Dukes held it down. Shit, most niggas know me most of my life. Shit, I've been a fresh nigga. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, like,
what?
I always been a nigga that had like what the older niggas had. But one
I ain't
thing,
ever had that. Now you got that how?
Mom Dukes.
So Mom Dukes was working.
Mom Dukes was working. But
You was the only child?
yeah.
Oh, a little easy. Okay.
But,
So you
but
want
what
a
I'm
pretty
saying
boy.
is like I watched the work. I watched my mom's overwork. You know what I'm saying? And I
But to
watched,
give you everything you wanted.
but that's what I'm saying. At the most things that was missing was the time.
Y'all better go back to the Mother's Day podcast where
I remember her saying that.
OG Mama D touched on that.
I gotta watch that. I gotta
Y'all
go back and
got
watch
to go
that.
back on that because there was some candid conversations with OG
And
Mama D
check
and
this.
some younger
This is
mothers.
real shit. Throughout most of my time since I've been home, right? I always took my son. That nigga tell you, oh, fuck what I bought. Straight cash. Little Dre been with me. It just got to a point to where certain shit he haven't seen. But from a youngin', I always try to show him, brother, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can buy whatever you want. This is how you do it. I show him the recipe, right? So then me looking at it certain times like, well, damn, I'm not around for a lot of shit that he might need immediately right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is happening. You think you can swing through? I'm going to swing through. I won't come through. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at it like when he need big shit and it's time to happen, I could be there. So I remember one time I was having a conversation. I'm like, yeah, when I went to college and shit, he's like, yeah, I kind of went through 12 years. You know, I graduated. I'm kind of cool, Dad. And I'm like, yo, listen, you know, I could find a way to ask one of my peoples if we could, but we could pay for it. We can pay for your shit and you smooth. You ain't gotta get no loan, no nothing. And that nigga was like, hey, you know, I'm cool. And in that moment, it showed me that the time was more valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Because you saved up for some shit you don't even give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? And I look at so much shit now where, like, it's different with me and him. Even when it's like, yo, damn, I was thinking about grabbing you this new little 3 Series. Now I seen this little Honda Accord I wanted. 2 different niggas, like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Like you said, time seems to be of more importance now, right? So, is that making up for lost times? If you was there from the beginning, all the way there through now, would he want to go to school? Would he not mind being away from you because he's already had so much of your time? Or is he trying to make up time? Are you trying to make up time for not being there?
Or
overextending yourself in the time atmosphere?
Could be.
Or maybe that college was not his ministry.
Yeah, that's true too. Like college ain't for
College
everybody.
is not for everybody.
But still, no. But I'm going based off what he said. He said he felt, because I was going to stick with that. All right, maybe he just don't want to go to school. I got a kid that didn't want to go to school, what have you. So definitely. But what he said was no. He said that he felt his son cherished the time more than he did anything else. So that's why I said, okay, so the time you guys were apart, and you'll know better than us how many years that was, how many days it was, if he wasn't raised up in your home, because it's a big difference. It's a big difference with living with somebody and always being in somebody's life.
And this is what I'm trying to.
It's a big difference with that. You see that though?
The nigga always has been in my life. We just never lived with each other.
You know how big that is? That's time missed. That's huge.
It could be.
That's very big.
It's very big, but I don't want to discredit anybody that had to live through
the core systems or week to week. I'm
families
with you. I'm with you.
Different parents.
Nobody's better than others. Shit, you could be a horrible pops and be there every day, but if all you're doing is chastising, beating them in the head, drinking and smoking, so that don't make it better that you're there. I agree with that. It's 2 different scenarios.
I just had
a brain cramp.
Always had it to where it was like, yo, fucking, you have kids, but believe in you, believe in your life, believe in where you want to take it. You know what I'm saying? Because these are kids that I see with me. You know the differences, and I say that now. I don't. I never had a cap on it. Like I never felt like when he's 18, I'm done with him.
Absolutely not.
When he's 21, I'm done with him. Fuck it. After 21, nigga, I don't know what you calling me for. I felt as a father, this shit is always my job. You know what I'm saying?
Well, man, oh man.
You have older children, so
But this
how's
is
that
this
going?
is this is what I'll say.
And that nigga's the same way.
I think that
And my dad's the same
no,
way,
no.
and I'm 40.
I think this. I think this
That
right
nigga's
now.
still a father.
I think
Period.
that when you're in your child's life, you are raising them to become parents themselves one day, right? So to be on their own one day, right? So I'm constantly showing you the door. I'm constantly showing you how to survive once you get out my door, because eventually you're going out my door. So I'm gonna show you all the love and affection that I can give while in the house, but I'm preparing you for once you step outside my door. There's going to be that time when you got to get it on your own. When you not even got to get it on your own, you want to get it on your own. It's almost like coaching. Like I've coached my kids all the way up to 8th grade. Once they got up into 8th grade playing basketball, my voice was no longer being heard by them as far as the coaching world is concerned, right? So that also happens in the real world. Like, so you can sit up there and say, listen, I don't want you smoking cigarettes. If they get addicted to cigarettes or if they start smoking cigarettes, I don't want you smoking weed. So what I'm saying is, at some point, they become their own person. The same way your mother worked hard, make sure you had everything, and then you didn't go into how you was or how you are or whatever, but just to say that you didn't follow your mother's footsteps. So this is my point, is that you're raising them. All you could teach them is right from wrong.
Because
you can
you
teach
know
them
why?
how to guide. Hold on, let me finish the 2 seconds. I'm going to finish up with this. So I'm constantly showing them how to survive outside the door, but they're always welcome back. As long as I have a roof over my head, you're always welcome back. I'm never going to shun them like, oh, no, like, you're an adult now. You can't come back home. So you got to
And that's
your
the
kids
thing.
always.
That's the thing. I think no bullshit always been true blue with me and my moms. Like no matter what the fuck I went through, I don't give a fuck. No bread I had, no car I had. It was always nigga, nigga, this where the fuck you live at. Nigga, I don't give a fuck what you go through with anyone, nigga. No, whatever the fuck, what time. Like, and since I've been home, shit, I done got my mother out the bed at like 3 in the morning. Shout out Mom Dukes. But
Wait, back. Got out the bed to
do whatever.
do whatever
For
the
baby
fuck
boy.
was needed.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Just
saying?
throwing it out
Whatever
there,
the
like,
fuck was needed.
Okay. You ain't got to go into details, but just
Yeah, but
okay.
but,
Even if just a shoulder to cry on. I mean, I
early.
hear what you're saying.
But,
Whatever you needed.
definitely like my mom's was one of the few moms that I could really say never talk shit about my father. Like, never got to me and was like, yo, your pops is a piece of shit. Yo, you look like this nigga. You gonna be a failure. Like, never.
I love that about my mom, too.
And,
My mom did the same. My pops did the same, too.
Another thing was my mom's always told me you could get whatever the fuck you want to get. Like, nigga, the world is yours. It's out there. If you really feel you could get it, go get that shit. Like, even when I was younger, fucking up, she didn't agree with it. But, and that's why I always tell people, my mom's different type moms. It was like always game. Even to the shit I didn't like. Even when it was like, yo, I hear you selling drugs, this, that, and the third.
Allegedly.
You could go to fuck to jail. You know what I'm saying? When a nigga start fucking with hammers, it was the same way.
Allegedly.
You're doing this dumb shit, but this shit can happen back to you. I don't want you to be one of these kids that think you can do some shit to somebody and they ain't gonna do it back. You know what I'm saying? So definitely like with mothers it's a different. Shout out to all the single mothers. Shout out to all the
Mothers,
people
the
that
toughest people on the planet Earth. You
stuck
ask me.
together, man, and they made it work. You know what I'm saying? But the
Others are
situation at
different.
hand we wanted to talk
Real
about
mothers.
was the JPB.
JBP.
JPB.
Yeah, we want to get right into that. But before we get into that, too, shout out to all the real mothers. My mother's one, too. You spoke on your mom. My mom raised 6 siblings, man. Like, well, six siblings, 6 kids. My siblings, anyway. And like,
That's
she was
real
definitely
shit.
like, there, held us down. And backtrack, never talk shit about my pops, whatever. Run into my pops here and there. He'd be like, yo, listen. And if anybody know my pops, when he doing that, that's him cracking a pint, turning it up, bong, gone. Like, listen,
Early.
he's always like, yo, I'll tell you when you get older.
Early.
Always. And then he had a conversation. I've been older a long time now. And I don't go to him for no answers. He don't come to me with no questions and answers. But real talk, they just so. But I think I understood what he meant by he'll tell me when I get older, because once you become a man, once you have kids in a family of your own, you start to see the dynamics of how some things could have transpired. So I just wanted to do that. Shout out to my
have
moms.
the Father's Day podcast.
Yeah,
Like,
we're
I had
gonna
the
do
Mother's Day
something real
podcast,
soon.
because we're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about a lot of the same things
Yeah.
that these mothers were talking
Will
about.
said we got it outside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, at the crib. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, because we want to kind of set it up early.
Like I was saying.
Yeah.
So y'all look out for that, man. We gonna have an outside Father's Day joint. It's just gonna be fathers. We gonna chop it up about real father shit.
Sons
So I
and
want you to
fathers,
know
y'all gotta do it.
It's gonna be some real father shit. It's not gonna be the play father shit. Like, oh nah, you know this. Niggas gonna tell you the good, the bad, the ugly. Niggas
Being
gonna
a
tell
son
you
and a
the
father, I can't wait.
beginning when they went through hell with their kid's mother from when shit got cool. So I don't want y'all to think it's gonna be a happy-go-lucky podcast. It ain't. It's gonna be a day we gonna
It'll
be
be happy go
drinking.
lucky for some of
It's
us.
gonna be some shit on the grill. You gonna see a bunch of big niggas with no shirts on.
What?
And the
So
towels.
I want you to know that. I don't
nigga
want you.
towels.
This is gonna be one. It ain't gonna be that one.
And the first nigga
It's
take
gonna
his
be
shirt off,
fathers.
that's gonna be his stop, nigga.
And with-
that's your stop, baby.
We're thinking about. So I want to see how many people put on it. We're thinking about going live so other fathers can interact with us.
Chime in.
So
nice.
from now to Father's Day, if we get over 50 people saying to do it, we'll do it live.
We'll do it. Now let's knock it off with your man Joe BB. Yeah, damn, it's already midnight. All right, what we talking about with your man?
The Joe Button Podcast.
Microphone check.
I've
1,
been
3,
watching
what
this
is
podcast since the beginning.
You got Alizé.
In the beginning,
Sorry.
I always felt like they had something special. I don't know what it was. I really can't put my hands on it. For anybody that knows me, I'm kind of a real guy. So Joe Buttons was kind of fucking goof to me at that moment. But
Early in the game.
early in the game.
Uh-huh.
But as I started to listen to his podcast and really give him a chance to hear him, and one thing I like about Joe is that Joe stands on his mishaps. Joe just ain't a nigga that do some dumb shit and then say, well, yeah, I did it and it was what it was. Nah, he'd be, that was stupid as shit and this is what happened. Even when he talked about Method Man and them punching him in the face, he said, dog, I needed it. I was doing dumb shit. So I respect that. The worst thing I think people do with black men, but I'm going to say men altogether, especially friends. In friends, we talk about a lot of shit. That's what I don't think people understand about men. we have a lot of conversations. A lot of conversations about a bunch of shit.
Off camera, you mean? Off camera, you mean?
Yeah,
See.
like far as entrepreneur shit, inventions, how to blow the fuck the world up, like how to go to Foot Locker and get free sneakers. Niggas have a bunch of motherfucking just thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And some of these thoughts come to fruition without nobody knowing. You know what I'm saying? I think, and I'm speaking on them. I don't think the Joe Budden podcast seen this shit get this big. I don't think neither one of them thought that. I don't think Joe thought it. Maul, Rory, nobody.
Well, I'll say, back up 2 seconds on what you were saying. Joe Budden's always fucked with him. He almost remind me of the Cassidy. Nope, not even Cassidy. What's my man out of Chicago? Kick, Push. Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah.
So listen, Joey, shout out to my man Rasheed Hill. I mean, New Jersey, played ball with him at Ida, whatever. Listen, Raw, he from Dirty Jersey. He from them same areas. A few of his people, I can't remember if it was Raw himself, but a few of them boys like, man, fuck Joey, whatever. I always liked Joey. Like, yo, his mixtapes and all of that. So the reason why I was going to equate him
was fire.
when I was going to equate him to Lupe, this is what Joey had some banging mixtape. Joey was always hot. He dropped that pump me up. Not to say it wasn't a banging track, whatever, but I was always one that didn't like the A side. I always liked the B side.
Right.
So I liked the mixtapes. So when he hit me with that, I was like, Joey, like what's happened? But he even came out like he never really wanted to release that. So it was a record business type of thing. So same thing with Lupe. Lupe, I had his early stuff, mixtapes. Man, he came out with that Kick Push. I used to be like, yo, man, that kid, I was like, yo, he's nice. Like, yo, this kid, I'm like, I couldn't believe that was the first joint. So anyway, now, fast forward now. So if people don't understand or know what's going on, y'all got to watch the previous podcast. Joey fired two of his boys, so-called boys that was on his podcast, Maul and Rory. So
hold on,
Rory,
let's go back. So when you're sitting with somebody, right, and I want to bring it up because
that's why you said that. Okay.
Boom. So for me, throughout my time, I always was like, yo, I want to fuck with a podcast. But it was just a thought. Never knew who, never nothing. You know what I'm saying? So throwing fucking shit at the wall and seeing if it stick. A lot of shit wasn't sticking. You know, and shit was just finding a place. So then me and you started talking. Yo, boom, boom, boom. We was kicking it to somebody, and I was like, yo, what happened? So in that moment, that's what I mean. It was a thought. Wasn't yo, let's go do it. Let's go find a studio place and all. It was just a thought.
An idea, if you will.
When me and you tried it, we still tried it out of just an idea.
Yeah, winging it.
Like, it wasn't we was like, yo, this shit definitely gonna work. It was like, yo, let's see how we sell. Let's get the joints. Yo, boom, boom, boom. And we get it. As time go on, time progress. There's shit that me and you don't think about that maybe we should, but we don't. Why? Because we don't look at it that serious. This is something we come in and do as two niggas that fuck with each other and talk. And that's why I feel when it come to them, it's crazy because you can't foresee a podcast like an album. You know what I'm saying? We can all hear an album and be like, nigga, this the one. A podcast you can't. You just have to keep going.
I think it's the same with the album, but go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, now, so me and you both, we doing what we do. We come in, yo, let's do it twice a week. Let's chop it up. Let's do what we do. As time go, we're going to get better. We're going to get comfortable with each other, especially once it start being time like, yo, going out to eat, niggas start fucking with each other. If a person offered us $5 million, we never seen this coming. It's a different ball game now. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I understand
like,
that.
this shit went from us just talking, yo, Vince, what you think about us doing a pod? To now, we're still just doing it on some shits and giggles.
Yep.
But now, somebody else see and say, hey, these guys is up to something. You know what? Yo, let's offer them $5 million. Even if they say, you know what? We're going to give you 2.5, we're going to give you 2.5, right?
But it's 3 of them, so you can't do that.
What?
There's 3 of them. Oh, me and you. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yep, staying with me and you. 2.5. Okay, go ahead, my fault.
So they give me and you 2.5, right?
Yep.
Throughout the shit, depending on what is going on, it's gonna be side bread given. You understand what I'm saying?
Somewhat.
So it's like
Not it shouldn't be no side bread going on. As long as there's side bread going on between the both of us, then yeah, there'll be side bread. So in other words,
it's gonna be side bread because there's gonna be people that want Vince for a situation.
Yep.
They ain't gonna want Kraft.
Right.
I can't be with you like, yo, Vince, why ain't you bring me? Yo, Vince, why ain't you?
Right. I see that.
It can't be that. And what I'm trying to say is, in all this, so say if we say, yo, we tell Johnny said, a couple people said, yo, niggas just gave us $5 million for the podcast, right? They gave me 2.5, gave this nigga 2.5. We're gonna take 100, put it back in the company. Johnny, here's 10. Here's 10 to everybody in the room. The rest of the 40 we putting on equipment. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
These are our staff.
Right.
The people that's around, whatever.
Yep.
It's up to them to make something happen.
Yep.
That shit ain't on us.
Right.
You just can't keep saying every deal they're gonna bless us. And even if y'all stick around in that school, still, what are you gonna do?
I understand that. Now, here's the difference I think that happened with those guys, which I think Rory and Maul spoke on heavily, was they felt that they just wanted to see the books. And what Maul was saying was they were being paid a percentage off of how much money was made. So if you guys don't know, you can go watch the video. But so if you get paid, and they were saying it ain't no big deal. We'll take, they didn't say the percentage, but let's just say they said, because to me, honestly, Joey could have brought in me and you. And I think that it would have worked, but I'm not saying that's not taken away from Rory and Mo. That was a great combination. I think that made the podcast work. And I don't think he just can replace them with any 2 people. But if Joey, with his following, brought in 2 solid people and they were able to carry the weight, Joey would definitely have to get at least 50% of the thing, because Joey's already coming with something. So if somebody else came to us right now, like, hey, listen, I want to do this, maybe they get 5%, maybe whatever it is. But if Joey's coming, you already got a following. In my eyes, so I do not think they were arguing the fact of the percentage they were getting. And let's even say they were getting just 10% apiece.
But you know, we always got to say this too, because I think this is something we missing. You do know that shit is called the Joe Budden podcast.
Right. But that's why I said this. So if you listen to what I'm saying, peep this. All Maul looked like he was saying was, we took a low percentage. We know this is just shit. But if I get paid 10% off of how much money the podcast makes, I would need to see how much money the podcast made this year in order to get my 10%. You just can't come to me and be like, yo, here's 200,000. And I'm just going to be like, oh, okay, that's a good number. That's good money. But did this shit make 20 million? Like,
Is
so
it actually the accurate percentage? percentage.
That's all, and that's all he was saying. It was like
No,
all we wanted.
This is what Joe and Ann was saying. Cool. Me and Fence have a podcast. Niggas come in and ask us, yo, what was the Spotify deal for? For one, we don't have to tell you. Period. You're out of line thinking we have to tell you what Spotify just gave us. Give a fuck how much you know. It's our name on the check. That's it.
But that's the idea you created, though.
Listen,
but stay with what was.
No, know what I'm saying? Because that's how it is. The check came to Joe. Now, if I tell you as like, yo, Johnny, cool, I'm gonna pay you annually, far as if the show go up. So say we say, yo, I'm gonna start you at every episode you on 20,000. But say the numbers go up, your pay could go up.
Right. I think I felt like you just said the same thing. So if you said, "Hey Johnny, I'm gonna give you 200 racks an episode that you are participating in. If it goes up, then you go up." Is that what you just said?
But that's what I'm saying. If you're asking me and Fence for some numbers, right, and we're telling you we don't have the numbers off top, we don't have the numbers. But if you keep pushing us, just say you and Shorty, yo, we need to know some type of numbers. Yo, we don't really, yo, you know what? Yo, Fence, boom, fuck it. Yo, let's come with these numbers.
That's fucked up business. That's fucked up business because
niggas went for it though.
No, that's why they had the beef now. Because what I'm saying is,
then he said,
their
Joe
contract.
said, yo, niggas said we want in on the Joe Budden. Niggas said, I looked at both of them and said no.
Fuck all of that.
Those
the
are
second
two
part.
different things.
Fuck the second part.
Those
the
are two
first
different
thing
things.
is this. If I have a contract with you, my whole thing is your contract. So your contract says, okay, I'm going to give you $20,000 an episode. If it goes up, I'll give you $10,000 an episode. Whatever you say to this person. But when you say to this person, I'll give you 10% of how much the podcast makes a year, that's your contract. So in other words, to honor that contract, to give me 10% per year off of how much the podcast makes, guess what I would have to see? How much the podcast made. Joey wouldn't release how much the podcast made. He was like, yo, I overpaid y'all anyway and all that. That's good and dandy. And they was like, listen, the money's good. My whole thing is that if my contract with you, this is their contract, fuck all the friendship, fuck all other shit, I'm only getting 10%, he's only getting 10%. That means, Joey, you eating 80. And I don't know those for facts as the percentages, but as an example, all we're getting a low percentage. And it's 10%. It could be 2, it could be 17, who gives a fuck? The point is, in order for me to get 10% of how much the podcast made,
You got to know what the 10% is.
you would have to disclose this year. Hold on, this is just contract. Fuck friendship and everything. Just contract.
You can't ask me to see my.
But just listen to this. This is what you got to understand. At the end of the year, I have accountants. You have accountants. I have lawyers. You have lawyers. At the end of the year, I get 10% of what the podcast made. So Joey is excluded because Joey's only part of it. Joey hires an attorney. Joey hires what the fuck else? He has an attorney and actually an accountant. So Joey sits back and they handle the work. So those lawyers talk. Me and you still be cool. It don't matter what me and you doing.
Everything. Listen what I'm saying.
He didn't disclose those numbers.
Listen what I'm saying.
He's fucked up.
The whole shit is is I don't think is black people.
What?
We understand work ethics.
It got nothing to do with black people though.
I do, because listen what I'm saying. I really believe like that's why Benzino shit thing. It's like the ethic.
Shout out Big Dog.
And working, people don't understand. So like, yo, check what he said. Check what he said. This is crazy. Check what he said. And I'm just telling you my point, then I won't go into the second point. My first point is this. none of this shit. None of this shit kicked off until Joe Budden came with Joe Budden Media. None of this shit kicked off.
Okay.
Because niggas seen that was a whole different Wilder paper. Cool. And I feel niggas feeling like we helped you jump off the Joe Budden podcast. So maybe niggas felt, yo, we should have some part of the media.
Can I ask a question? Pretty, please.
Go ahead.
Now, going back to the percentage thing. If, I hate to use my own name, I could be Joe Schmo. You tell Joe Schmo you're going to get 20 racks every episode you help with, right? And the potential to go up if the pay goes up, if you get more sponsors, if you get more money, then your percentage will go up to 10%. How can I negotiate or talk to you? You could tell me 10% is like 5 racks, but that's not accurate. So me asking to see the books is not disrespectful. It's just me, you, and furthermore, you Fence as 50% of this and you Craft as 50% of this would not go for none of that bullshit as far as, oh no, you can't see the books. I just want to know if I'm getting paid fairly.
Listen what I'm trying to say.
If I worked at Radio Shack, I want to know if I'm getting paid fairly.
If me and Fence was in the joint, right, and they like, yo, boom, Boss Snoop won't fuck with y'all, right? Me personally would be, yo, we can't even sit down and talk about it till Fence is here. Now me and Fence go up in there. Cool. We cracked the deal. Yo, you feel that's good with you? I feel that's good with me. Lawyers like, yo, let's go. We could move. A year later, Fence can't say, yo, bro, I want to see your book. No.
I agree with that because we both seeing the same books. Now let me say this real quick because back.
Because you know
no,
why?
with you.
You're gonna have separate shit on it. That's what I'm trying to tell you about this shit. Like, you're going to have separate earnings from other than just, so if I look at all your earnings, of course I can
That's where I was about to go.
Yo, Fitz,
Okay, but what's the big secret? If it has nothing to do with me.
No, but this is where I was about to go. No. Hold on. No. Hold on.
It has nothing to do with me.
I got it.
But what's the big
listen
secret?
to what I'm saying. Because where you, I'm backtracking to what you just said. You said all the shit jumped off when Joey created the Joey Media thing, right? So I would definitely say those boys are in the wrong if they coming to Joey saying, wait a minute, you're making more money on the side off this podcast. We want part of that. In the wrong. Can't do that. Fuck you. Your contract, listen, whatever I'm doing over here ain't got nothing to do with you. So that's why now let's stay with this. Now let's stay with this real quick. The Joey Budden podcast. If that made, let's say, $1 million this year. Now, he made $5 million on some side deal shit. He got the media shit and all this shit. And them boys are sitting up there saying, all right, listen, I'm getting 10% of this $1 million, but I'm going to need some money off of that other shit. Y'all get the fuck out of there. Kick rocks. Right. You're not part of that. Now, back it up. Now, if the podcast made $1 million and I'm supposed to get 10% of $1 million,
you should get it.
I should get that. But more importantly, you have to show me that the podcast made $1 million. That's all they ask.
But what I'm saying is, it's like with me and you, right? You, my homie, me and you kind of like started this shit. It was something that I came up with as an idea, but it was like started vocal sitting down, me and you. So even with us both putting in the work ethic, I said, yo, let's do a production joint. That way we can have other parts. There's a lot of niggas that wouldn't have spoken, would have just did their thing.
Yeah.
There's so many niggas that would have felt like, he's just a part of this shit stop, but I'm going to go do, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to say is like, yo, the one thing I feel people don't want to do is their work. Like, the Joe Budden podcast, niggas is moving. We seen this all the time. That shit was moving. So with it moving, everybody on there didn't see this can stop moving. Everybody see, because when something is working and it's working at a high capacity, motherfuckers don't look at, well, this shit can stop. Maybe I should branch off. Maybe I should go look into. A nigga has, that's like for me and you to have a podcast network. We in here. Johnny's in here with us. Why wouldn't Johnny say, yo, y'all can put my pod under there? If Johnny never say that and then we get in, then what the fuck do it mean to me and you?
Right.
It's up to her to feel I'm going to be here every Sunday to do this part, because we're not going to be here with you. We're not going to be here to set up with you. We're not going to be here to make sure it's food in here with you. You have to do it because it's your part. So for instance, boom. And this is what I mean about trading off, right? So, for instance, Joe Budden's TV, let's say his shit get, let's say he get 2.6 subscribers. Every time that a podcast come on, it's put on it. So him and Rory was going back and forth about the YouTube money. Yo, let me get some of the YouTube. He's like, why would I give you some of the YouTube money when the page is mine? I made the page. The page was on there before we even started the Joe Budden podcast. The nigga said, but yo, listen, this is what we could do, though. After every joint, you can make Rory TV and take the Joe Budden podcast and put it on yours and then draw the traffic to yours. You can just keep the money. My nigga, what the fuck y'all was doing, nigga?
Now, but back it up 2 seconds, because now, here we go. Rory said he created that fucking page for Joey. So if Rory was in the beginning, I agree with everything you just said. Now, just imagine, what if Rory is the one who created that page and did all of that? Rory was behind the scenes for that page. Do Rory deserve something off of that?
Created mean like.
And like I said, I don't know the whole details. So, but if he was a part of it, do we at least get some part of it?
So listen what I'm saying. Me and you asked Johnny to put up what? Spotify GarageBand, say Spotify. What the fuck do that mean, Johnny? Part owner?
Right. No, I see what you're saying. It was just a part.
I don't think he said he's part owner just because he put up.
Part anything.
No. Just because Joe Schmo created the social media and the live streaming content doesn't mean that she's part owner.
Correct.
It means that Joe Schmo helped put your name and image and voice out there. Just helped you put it out there a little more. That
but I still agree that doesn't mean they're part owner. Yeah, I'm with that.
No, it doesn't mean you're part owner, but you helped.
No, but it don't mean you're part of shit. See, this is
right. Yeah, you're not part of shit. No, you helped out. All you did was help me. You helped me.
Listen,
you get $10 for helping me out.
Listen what I'm trying to say.
And a blunt and a 40.
Listen what I'm trying to say right now.
Old school.
If
cool again.
You and Fence was down here, right? And we're all just kicking it. Say we having drinks. We're spitballing.
Can I kick it?
The shit that we are doing is out of love and friendship. It's not out of. It's different if you say, yo, I helped Fence put his shit up. And at the time, Fence had 2.3 million people on it. Yeah. Now you helped him. Now you should be a part of that because you. But if you're telling me you put it up, and when you put it up, that shit said 0 subscribers, 0 watches.
Right.
All you did was, and this
you
is
got to start from 0, and then it goes up.
But bringing Joey, and you already bringing in 2.85 million. Like Joey's carrying.
Didn't look how he even.
Joey been doing TV like before Love and Hip Hop. He had this shorty, I forgot her name, but she ended up being on the first 11. People don't know. I used to fuck with Joey. Joey had his own little TV webcam. I used to be like, what is he doing? Like, he was bugging out. Joey been on his shit.
What did you hear Mo say? Joey has the strongest voice in hip-hop right now, period.
But Joey, Maul, I swear, it looked like,
thing Joe say, it's a go.
All right, so back, yes or no.
That's what I would say. Back to this one question.
He's very polarizing.
This is why, like, him and Drake, like, because if Joe was to get on something and say, man, that album's whack. Nigga, that shit's gonna run through his albums whack.
Yeah.
So that's why them niggas be catching drum with that nigga like, yo, hold on, my nigga. You know what the fuck you saying?
Joey got a voice of hip hop. Now,
Prince Jr. just got into it with him. Because he said that. He said, dog, your voice is mad loud and I feel you use it wrong.
Inside that little clubhouse joint. Yeah. But so let's sum it up with this. Those cats had a relationship, and in my eyes, I'm gonna sum it up on my side. In my eyes, it looks like money ended up changing their friendship and their business relationship. From what I've seen, Joey had a point of view of, okay, I'm the man, I do this, that, and the other, and it looks like his money grew. And then the second hand, it looks like Marley and Rory was on some shit like, all we asked for was to see how much money was being made with the podcast, and we just wanted our rightful percentage. I did not see them saying, oh, I wanted some of the other money. I didn't see that they wanted this, that, and the other. It just seemed like they said, I wanted the percentage that you were supposed to pay me and give me the accounting books for how much the podcast made. So in my eyes, it feels like the same thing with Rockefeller, is that the money ended up changing their relationship. And that's fucked up.
He didn't even tag his name up neither.
But that's how, my opinion, that's how I'm summing it up. You can sum up your part of how you feel about that.
Shout out to my boy. You already know who you are. On everything I fucking love. We ain't never had no problem over no money. Ever. Never. Fuck how much money that nigga that gave me the whole Joey. Never. We never, ever, 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 ever. I don't fuck what it is. We never.
So what would you say about just with Joey? Do you think Joey was in the wrong?
I think Joey was in the right, because one thing I know about
right, niggas, you don't think he should have disclosed how much the podcast made? Just the podcast?
Fuck no. You know why?
So you're paying these people a percentage of your podcast.
I want to hear why.
You know why?
That's why I wanted to know why.
This is what I'm saying. When the paper came through, the paper said Joe Buttons. It didn't say Joe, Maul, and Rory. It said Joe Buttons.
They get paid a percentage off the podcast.
It say Joe Buttons.
Okay, but they get a percentage off the podcast. So they shouldn't get their rightful percentage.
What I was saying was this. I think.
You don't think they should get the rightful percentage of the podcast?
Friends,
you don't believe that?
I think Friends.
No, real talk. Answer that question.
What you mean?
They have a contract that says off of the Joe Budden podcast that we are a part of, we get a percentage, 1 through 100. I don't give a fuck. Pick a number.
It's not even 50. It's
now, I don't give a fuck what it is. 1 through 100. Do you think they at least deserve to get that? Yes, or do you not deserve they?
I do believe anything when it comes to the JBP.
That's all we ask.
I believe that Maul and Rory deserve
the percentage.
Whatever is theirs.
The contract was there. Okay. And
whatever it is theirs.
If you didn't agree with that, that'd have been a fucked up individual.
But
plain and simple.
My thing is, one thing I know is this, and I've been around a lot of mills throughout my time. For one,
around what?
Men pocket watch.
We all know that.
That's corny. That's a female trait.
We know that.
Like you know, and this is what I had to say about this shit being corny. You know, this shit was corny when the nigga said, and the nigga had a Marriott on. You're a fucking clown, Maul. I never. Come on, Maul. Maul. You're way too cool for that. You're way too cool, and I can't even front. More than I started watching it. For Joe Buttons, nigga, I started watching it for you because I felt like you was the street fashion nigga. So it was like with you, I kind of, when niggas go off topic and do a little funny shit, I look for you to bring shit back real. Nah, fuck that street niggas feel that. It's like some Mary jeans, like some $1,000 jeans, some dumb shit. Why was it whack? Why was what?
Yeah, why is a Mary hat? He said he was wearing a Mary hat. I just didn't know I'm an old nigga. I'm sorry, y'all.
It was whack because he brought it up in the form of that wasn't your style before.
Okay.
That's your style.
Gotcha. That's all. Thank you for clearing that
And
up.
that's what I mean about niggas pocket watching each other. What niggas is really seeing because niggas is friends. Niggas are seeing his motherfucking money is growing. Like I tell people, and I'm not even. I tell niggas that fuck it. Niggas can call us the Joe Avengers. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. I don't think niggas realize how much fucking bread Joe is getting. That's something I don't think people realize. I think people really think Joe just got a couple dollars. It's not a couple dollars.
Nah, Joey eating.
It's not even it ain't even about no eating no more. Joe is like in the 10, $15 million niggas. Like I want niggas to know that. Like real shit.
9 million. No,
if
like
that, y'all can tell you. This is one thing. Nah. This is one thing I can tell you for real. That's one thing I can tell you for real. If that podcast, use the bathroom. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You got a poo?
Go ahead. Nigga, I'll take a shit. Go ahead. Yo, if that podcast wasn't worth over $5 million, them niggas wouldn't even be arguing.
At all.
That podcast has to be worth millions for them niggas to sit. And for me, like I said, I go with the creators. I agree with Joe. Joe, you on your shit. Stay on your shit. A lot of this podcast shit I picked up from you. Salute. I watched you, Corey Holcomb, 5150. Shout out to Zoe Williams. Put me on to a lot. Little gay ass son. I watched you for a minute with your little faggot ass.
Oh
Sinful to P, I see you doing your motherfucking thing every motherfucking day, putting it down. I fuck with you. Freeze, you already know what it is, man. Keep doing what you doing. Gilly the kid, you already know, man. I grew up on you, man. I love seeing you doing your thing, man. I love Philly coming hard. Fuck with Wallow. I love the information Wallow giving to these niggas. And damn, with some low niggas from Boston. Then they been killing them with the interviews. Then they been doing the videos too, man. I forgot y'all name. Next time I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna shout y'all niggas out because y'all been putting in some good work. I'm trying to think of these niggas' name too. What is it? CB.
I'm about to show you. I don't want to say the wrong name.
CB Son, they doing all the videos. And shout out to all the little niggas doing videos on. I think I seen on, what is it? Little Young Hollywood on the videos on. Shout out to that nigga. Shout out to all the rappers doing their thing. Fucking, King Breaks fuck with him. Why Jizzle fuck with him. Days fuck with him.
Is it this one? I don't want to say it if it's not. Okay.
My nigga Lil D Rose with the pole, fuck with you. And to the rest of y'all, man, to everybody putting it in, man.
Ballerina?
You know what I'm saying? So definitely keep up the good music. And one thing we need some beat makers coming out of Boston. I really ain't heard a lot of beat makers. Shout out to my nigga Drew Lowe. He's on his way up. He been, getting shit together. But definitely fucking niggas need some good
beats by hoops.
Beat makers, man. You know what I'm saying? So definitely look out for Drew Lowe. Then I forgot the nigga shit, man. All this shit's off the top. Yeah. So, don't get it fucked up.
Don't delve into it. We don't get into our Boston music, one of these podcasts.
Definitely.
There's a lot of producers out here, a lot of artists out here. And we're going to focus on you guys, man. So,
and fucking shout out, what's the name, man, too. I want to say that fucking, Made Men versus Wise Guys. I think that'd be
Ooh,
dope.
yeah.
I think that'd be dope.
Let me tell you.
So I want y'all to know, everybody tune in. That's good shit for Boston.
Yeah.
I
Support
wish we
it.
could have it outside where we could really get the good effect,
Yeah,
but
that'd be
fuck
hot.
it, you know what I'm
That'd be
saying?
hot. But,
Auntie stuff is
like
invested.
down Derby Park or something like that.
And you
We
know
do a
what we
basketball
gonna try
game.
to do too, man?
Just pass me my phone.
What day is it?
Tuesday.
Because we about to get up out of here. You know we love y'all, but I want to say a couple more things. What day is it?
Tuesday.
What time?
10:20 p.m. 5/18
10:20 p.m.
on the 18th of May.
And it start.
What starts?
That's the time it start.
What?
The verses.
Nah, she
No.
telling you what time it is right now.
You asked me what time is it?
And I'm talking about when the verses shit start.
No say.
Yo,
Give me my phone, please.
yo, she was telling you
I've
today.
been saying,
She said
please pass
today.
me my phone.
She did.
She be mad.
Listen, y'all can see how we do down
Hey,
here.
sometimes that's why I be telling you, man. This is why
big
we.
fence in the basement.
This is why we need multiple females. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we do?
Wow.
Because I asked you to pass me my phone.
Man, listen,
Wicked
man.
times.
You can hear
And on
that.
that note, I'm about
You
to
can
stop
hear the way
recording.
she's
I
talking,
love
man.
y'all.
She about to be fired. Don't even worry about it.
Do what you gotta do, fam.
Applications is about to
Do
be
what you
sent
gotta
them
do.
in.
Where they send the applications at?
She'll be
Boston
rehired.
Craft,
I'm taking
'Cause that's-
617
At
at
this
gmail.com.
You're not about to disrespect me. So
Wow. Applications is coming. Send them in.
With that said, y'all, this is Big J Defense, man, signing off, man. We love y'all, Boston. Definitely, I'm going to hit up my bros, man. Y'all making beats, making music, whatever. We're going to have y'all on the pod soon. Love it, man. Let's support everybody, man. Boston, Mass. I know we're going to go to the YG joint. I think it's Friday or something, but I ain't sure. But we'll come back with that business for you guys.
What day is it?
what is it again exactly?
Wise Guys versus Made Men.
It ain't coming up, but it's coming up soon.
Coming up soon. When we get the information, we're going to holler at y'all. That's what I'm saying. I think I might have it right here.
Actually, when was it coming up soon?
Might have it.
There's no date on it. I'm looking it up right now.
Live.
There's
But
no
we're not.
date. There's no
Anywho,
date.
there's no date on it. But
No date. I got it
please,
right here.
It says
Yo,
Father's Day.
We looking at it right. If we end up getting a chance, because we trying to throw it outside Father's Day, but if we I'm letting niggas know for
Yeah,
that
we
day,
putting it
I'm
back.
gonna bring the Roadcaster out and we're gonna rock to that. We're gonna let the whole shit rock through while we drink and eat. We'll talk to y'all for a minute and then we'll just let that flow through.
We on it.
You dig?
Game over. Love y'all.
You already know what it is, man. See y'all the fuck later, man. To the people having a fucked up day, have a more fucked up day. If you're having a good day, have a better day. Love y'all.
Yo, if you're having a fucked up day, have a better day. If you're having a better day, have a greater day. Peace.
It's your start podcast. THISYOURSTOP on. You gotta take a poo. Cool.
This should stop
Oh.
podcast on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Sign, subscribe, like.
It's
Love
free.
y'all.
Love y'all. Buenas noches.